Number 4. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now I know I don't talk about this series much when compared to the many other series on this list, however I really do love this anime series. While the original Fullmetal Alchemist had better drama elements, Brotherhood to me is the complete package, as it has more action, comedy, and an even better story. Brotherhood overall is just an extremely well done anime that practically has everything you could ever want in a series, and more. In fact, this series I would say is actually near perfect, and would have topped the list if only the remaining 3 series weren't something I enjoyed more or had more memories with. Number 3. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Since the airing of the 2012 anime, the Jojo hype train has been really going places, and I have to say, I'm really glad to be a part of it. What I love about Jojo is its almost endless amount of creativity, bizarre situations, and of course, poses. Also, the whole thing with each story arc revolving around a different member of the Joestar bloodline is a pretty unique concept. However, the reason why I like the new anime so much is because in my opinion, it's better than the manga, which mind you, I rarely say for most series. For some reason, the new anime just makes me like certain things in Jojo that I just didn't like when I was reading the manga. For example, part 1 I found to be pretty meh when I read it as a manga. However, in anime form, I just gained new appreciation for it, as well as really like Jonathan Joestar's character. Not only that, but in the recent part 3 adaptation, I've seen to take more of a liking to Jotaro than I did when I read the manga, as I always felt that despite looking cool and being badass, he was a pretty bland character. Number 2. One Piece. While I ditched the anime for One Piece and went for the manga somewhere around the Fishman Island arc, the One Piece anime is very special to me. Sure, it wasn't my first anime, but it was one of the series that really got me hooked into anime. For months, I watched the series as soon as I had free time to do so, and spent hours searching the One Piece wiki to learn more about the amazing world of One Piece. While I've watched plenty of amazing series in my time, nothing really quite hooked me as well as One Piece did, and for the longest time, it was one of my favorite series of all time. Though the anime, in my opinion, sort of just decreased in quality, which is why I just went for the manga. And even then, my love for the series has massively decreased over the years. And while I still wait for my burning passion for the series to come back, I have plenty of good memories for this series. As throughout the journey of One Piece, it almost feels like I'm a part of the Straw Hat crew, as they set sail around the amazing world the series has and pursue their dreams. And finally, number 1. Gintama. Ah yes, Gintama, the only anime series on this list that wouldn't mind if I got a little lazy around the editing of its part. In all honesty, Gintama is just a phenomenal series. Sure, in the beginning I had a bit of a rough start with Gintama, as after watching one of its openings online and hearing some people talk about some of its action arcs, I was expecting Gintama to be some awesome hardcore action series. But what I got in the end was a comedy parody series that occasionally transformed into a hardcore action series. Even when I started to watch Gintama early on, a lot of the jokes flew over my head as I didn't understand a whole lot of the parodies. However, as time went on and my anime knowledge grew, I started to really appreciate this series a lot more. Not only that, but this is one of the funniest animes I've ever seen. Seriously, no series has had me laughing out loud as much as this series has. But the most amazing thing about Gintama is that when it wants to, it could squeeze all the action, comedy, and drama expected of a shonen arc into 7 episodes or less, whereas other shonen series require a lot more. And let's not forget, Gintama has an extremely likable cast of characters. In fact, I like practically everyone in the series, besides Shinpachi's sister, who I just think is a total bitch. Plus, Gintoki is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. He could be a goofy idiot at times, but also be a badass who gives out some of the most inspirational speeches out there, as well as just be a relatable guy who just wants to chill and read some Shonen Jump. Like Jojo, I feel Gintama is better suited as an anime series rather than a manga series, since voice acting and animation really make the series a lot better, and I hope for one day the anime can resume once again. And with that, we reached the end of my 500 subscriber special. Also, before I wrap up, let me say a couple things. As announced to the guys who are watching this video, I am probably already in the US, and I will be there for a couple weeks. This is like my first time going to the US in many years, so as you can imagine, I am really excited for that. However, I won't have much time to be on YouTube. However, just because I'm gone doesn't mean I won't be posting any videos on YouTube, as I have a couple videos scheduled ready to upload while I'm away. However, just remember, for the next couple weeks, I'm gone, so I'm not responding to any comments because, well, I'm not here. Also, if you want to see some additional videos from me, check out my collab channel Chexford, where I do a movie review every week. And the group as a whole covers a variety of different type of videos, so be sure to check it out. And with that, it's time to wrap things up. As always, I'm Mr.FalconPunch 996. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my Facebook page, as well as check out Chexford. And if you haven't done any of that yet, you will be Falcon punched in the face, so you better do it. And I'll see you guys next time.